Men, pay attention. 55% of children are born in too many homes that do not belong to the man who walks around parading themselves as their biological father. Extramarital affairs are part of today's women. It's on the rise. Would you believe if I told you that 83.5% of married women right now cheat? Oh yes, they cheat. They even go as far as getting pregnant, sometimes for their lousy lovers, and they put the child on their husbands.
You know, I can actually believe what she's saying here. The only part I'm a little bit iffy on is when she said 83.5% of women cheat. That's kind of high. I would say maybe 50-55%. That's just my opinion. Anyway, I can believe what she's saying because, let me clarify something. My ex-wife, not my current wife, cheated on me and had a baby with another man. Yeah, I can believe it. I can believe everything this woman is saying because it happened to me. A lot of guys are saying it happened to them. You got men paying child support for kids that's not his. So yeah, I could believe it. And the way the laws are set up, hey, if a woman have a baby within the marriage, the child is automatically deemed to be the father, to be the husband, no matter what. But it's not the other way around. I can't go and have a baby and say, oh, that baby belongs to my wife. I can't do that. But she could do that. Yeah. See, women can have it both ways. In some circumstances, excuse me, I got a little tongue tied there. Some circumstances, women can have it, both ways. This is why a lot of men right now are checking out of relationships, checking out of marriages, checking out of becoming fathers because of shit like this. Men are now able to tell their stories of what these women are doing. And we're like, you know what? Peace. I'm good. A lot of men are doing that these days. Okay? Hey, And another reason why I kind of believe this, because right after I was sent this video, somebody sent me another video of a guy that was sterile for his whole life, but he has 3 kids. Hey, he went and questioned his wife. He found out, the kids ain't his. Hey, I'm just going to put it like this here. I just can't understand why women want to play these devious games. Especially if the man is good to you. That's the part I don't get. Somebody said one day that's in a female's nature because women constantly want more and more and more. They always looking for something better than what they have. And I got to thinking, I said, you know what? I think he's right. Because that's all women do. They always want the better of things. They want better than what they have. And not realizing you probably wasn't meant to have better. Or you probably haven't earned it. Or you don't deserve it. Or whatever the case may be. And another thing that I heard a man say, which makes 100,000,000% sense. It makes sense. He said, if a woman won't listen to God, what makes you think she's gonna listen to you? I was like, oh my God. That hit me right in the soul when he said that. Because he has a point. I did not think of it that way. And you know what he's talking about. God told Eve not to mess with that apple. The tree of life. God told Eve not to mess with it. She listened to the devil. but wouldn't listen to her man and wouldn't listen to God. So what makes you think she's gonna listen to you? Oh, that hit the soul when he said that. Now I'm finna go ahead and end this, but I'm finna go ahead and link the other video that I was given, just to say how these women do be stepping out on us men. With that being said, this is your boy Man Up. Stay tuned for the second video.
All right, the doctor walks in and tells me I'm in good health, but I'm sterile. I'm like, what you talking about I'm sterile? I got 3 kids. I don't make no damn sense to me. I don't understand I'm sterile. I don't know. It blows my mind. You know, I got 3 kids. One's 15, one's 12, one's 7. So I'm like, I don't understand that. So anyway, I go home and I just start thinking, it's got to be my kids. But I started thinking about the fact that every time we watch like those Ancestry.com commercials, they come on and my wife kind of always turns the channel. I'm like, why you always turn it? I notice you always turn the channel. She's like, those are stupid. They don't even work. And I'm like, anyway, I started really thinking. I'm like, if I'm sterile, and the doctor said I've always been sterile. It's not like something that it's always been genetically since I was born. I started thinking, I'm like, man, I'm going to have to go ahead and get these kids tested. You know, I really didn't want to. I wanted to believe that my wife wouldn't do this to me, but I have to get my kids tested. So I secretly get a little sample of all of them. I go to the damn, the Ancestry.com place or whatever. And anyway, get them tested. Then I think about this. My wife got a birthday coming up. We got to throw this big birthday bash. We already even planned on it. So, basically I got the whole birthday bash planned. And then basically what happens is I get all of our families there, birthday bash. I get the popular mixologist in town. Chief of police comes because he works with my wife sometimes at our company. So chief of police, this whole big thing, because I want to make a big splash. It's a birthday, you see? So what ends up happening at a certain point, we bring the big birthday cake out. You know those big birthday cakes you see on the movies? Got one of those big ones. And then I had a woman come out and she held up the sign that said, "You lying bee." And it blew everyone's mind. It blew her mind. What is this about? What is this about? And I was like, you know what? Know what this is about? It's about the fact that this mixologist is his son. Hey, let meet your daddy right here. I straight up had to tell him, this is your dad. Chief of police, hey, this is your... So 15-year-old mixologist, that's his daddy. Chief of police, 12-year-old, that's his daddy. And I mean, I was hurt. I was so hurt. I decided I just had to sleep in my car. Man, I couldn't be in this house. I couldn't be around her. Just all these lies. I mean, I've been raising these kids for 15 years. There's no way they're mine. They're not. I'm sterile. So basically, I just, I'm in my car, sleeping in my car, going to work, doing the normal thing I do. And I just was, running into different issues and felt the need that I needed to go. I really needed to go back to church. I just really wanted to do that. And was getting some good, like the preacher and a lot of different people giving me some good advice and some good guidance, kind of helping me to understand that, it's not the kids' fault. You've been there for the kids, what I mean? And, then I start finding out there's some problems. Kids are having problems at school because their dad's not there. They're used to having their dad for 15 years. I haven't been there, so I start going back, being there for my kids and everything like that or whatever. But I have to let her know. I'm like, I don't know if we can work this out. I don't know. I mean, possibly, but I'm here for my kids. I'm going to try to be here for my kids because I feel like it's the right thing to do. It's what God wants me to do, and I think it's the best thing to do. So that's what I decided to do. Later on, and find out, because I have a 7-year-old. We didn't know who his dad was. So basically, after a certain amount of time with the Ancestry.com, like other people will get tested and everything like that or whatever. And then I got an alert from the email alert. And I'm like, really? So we kind of find out that it's this NBA Hall of Famers. I'm like, I was tripping. I'm like, this can't be the case. I go and ask her, I'm like, who's his dad? She's like, yes, that's his. I'm like, because my son, my son, he can ball. He could ball, and I ain't got no athletic skills, But yeah, The thing is, me and my wife are still trying to work things out. I moved back in, but I'm not in the same room. You know, luckily we have multiple rooms. I'm there for my kids, even though they're not my kids, but they are my kids. I mean, I'm there for my kids. I'm the only father they know. So I've been doing the best that I can with this whole situation.